We're gonna start this week's episode of Chow Chow Time with a very special treat. Hello my Chow buddies. Welcome back to another episode of Chow Chow Time. I am your host and professional wingman for all things dating and relationships. If you guys are new here and would like to subscribe, we drop new videos every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so come back then to see us again. And if you guys have any questions or concerns that you would like answered on the channel, please send them in through the link in the description below. We try to answer as many as we can. Now, before we get into today's question, I want to talk about the name of the channel. A lot of people always ask me, why did you call it a Chow Chow channel? Why not a Corgi channel, since you have Corgi channel, since you have Biwa channel, since you have Biwa? And I tell them it's S because this is our little corner of the internet where we talk about Chow Chows and share our lives with you guys. It's our little buddy space. That's why it's the Chow Chow channel. But we've gotten a lot of requests from you guys saying when we do group videos, just call it your channel or call it something else. You don't need to say Chow Chow every time. So I asked my wife, what do you want to call the channel? And she said, well, since it's our little buddy space, how about we call it ChowBuddies? What do you think? How does that sound to you guys? Let us know by leaving us a comment down below. We will be reading some of your comments at the end of the video, so don't forget to leave us one. Okay, so today's question comes from Sarah. Sarah says, my almost 2-year-old Chow Chow absolutely loves water and swimming. He jumps right in without hesitation. In fact, he gets sad when he sees other dogs playing in the water, and he wants to join in but can't. My question is, should I let him jump in and play with the other dogs, or will he tire himself out and potentially hurt himself? As long as he's supervised, he doesn't seem to mind. Thanks for your advice. Love your videos. Thank you so much, Sarah, for your question. This is actually a really interesting topic because Chow Chows aren't known for loving water. But apparently your Chow Chow loves water, so that's great. And you know, they're not known for being good swimmers either, but apparently your Chow Chow is a great swimmer, so that's also fantastic. I love it when dogs enjoy the water because it gives them another outlet to exercise and another thing that they can enjoy doing. And I know for myself and probably for you as well, if you have a dog that likes the water, it's another way to cool them down during the summer months. Here in Arizona it gets extremely hot. We have super hot summers, and anytime we can find a way to cool these dogs down, whether it's a kiddie pool, a baby pool, a big pool, whatever it is, we throw them in there, because it helps them keep their body temperature regulated and they overheat. So my first thought on this is that if your dog is enjoying himself and he is having fun and he is not showing any signs of distress, then I think it's perfectly fine to let him go ahead and swim with the other dogs. Now of course, you want to make sure that you're watching him. You want to make sure that he doesn't get too tired and that he takes breaks when he needs to take breaks and that he is not exerting himself too much to the point where he could potentially injure himself. Because when you're in the water, you're re-exerting a lot more energy than you would be when you re-just on land because you're re-fighting that resistance. And so even though your dog may be a strong swimmer, they can still get fatigued. So just make sure that you're paying attention to him and making sure that he is taking care of himself. And then as far as the other dogs, you want to make sure that they're okay with him being in there. You know, you can always tell when a dog doesn't want another dog in their space, whether it's their crate, their bed, their yard, their kiddie pool, whatever it is. You can usually tell by the ears back, the growling, the snapping, the posturing, the lunging, the barking, all those things. And if your dog is showing those signs, then you want to separate them and give them their own space. They may not want another dog around while they're trying to cool themselves off, and that's totally fine. But if the other dogs don't mind and they're being good and they're getting along, then I think it's perfectly fine to let him swim with his buddies. It's also a good idea to bring some fresh water out there for him, especially if he's going to be in there for an extended period of time, just like we do. We bring out the water, we bring out some ice cubes and we put it in their bowls and we put it in their water just to keep them hydrated. It's important that they stay hydrated when they're replaying in the water because they can lose a lot of fluids and electrolytes. So just make sure that you're monitoring him and making sure that he's drinking enough water. And then as far as the question about him getting tired and potentially hurting himself, I think that's also a valid concern. You know, if he's exhausted and he's not able to get out of the water on his own, then he could potentially hurt himself. So you want to make sure that you're there to help him get out of the water if he needs help. I think it's also a good idea to have some towels handy just in case he needs to dry himself off, or just to help him get out of the water. And you could also use those towels to help support him if he needs some extra support getting out of the water. But overall, as long as he's enjoying himself and he's not showing any signs of distress, I think it's perfectly fine to let him swim with the other dogs. Just make sure you're paying attention to him, make sure he's staying hydrated, and make sure he has a way to get out of the water when he needs to take a break. Now it sounds like your Chow Chow is very social because he gets sad when he sees other dogs playing and wants to join in. That's a good sign that he's socialized and he enjoys being around other dogs. So I think it's great that you're giving him the opportunity to swim with his friends. Just make sure you're monitoring the situation and making sure everyone stays safe. Alright guys, now it's time for a favorite part of the video, reading your comments. So let's see what you guys have to say. Hi, I'm a 9-year-old girl and I love your videos. I love your videos too. Hi, I'm a 9-year-old girl and I love your videos. I love your videos too. To whoever keeps liking our videos, please stop. It's annoying. Whoever it is, please stop. It's annoying. My Chow Chow loves to eat grass and dirt. Please help. Does anyone else's Chow Chow do this? Yes. A lot of Chow Chows like to eat grass and dirt. It's just something they do. I don't know why, but they seem to enjoy it. So yes, a lot of Chow Chows do this. Hi, I love your videos. I watch them all the time. My Chow Chow is the best dog ever. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm here. I just wanted to tell you that I love your videos and I coo you and tea. Wait for the next one. Bye, bye. That's all I got for you guys this week. So until next time, Chow Buddies, signing out, and remember, don't be a hater, be a chowter.